all, thank you so much for being here today. Today I'll be sharing a tutorial on how to make the garment you are seeing in the picture. You can find this pattern on the magazine Patrones Infantiles number 15, and you can find other patterns on the magazine. The links are below on the description of the video. Having said that, let's get started. We will take pen and paper to write down the materials. Once we have the pattern resin from the magazine, we cut along the side line that we'll make. These are finished patterns, which means they have 1 cm seams, hems, and cut with notches and red lines. These are the front pieces. These are the back pieces. These are the facing pieces from the back. First, we're going to start gather the top part of the dress, and then we're going to place the piping around of the cut. Then we're going to place the center piece of the top. Now on the machine we have to pass a stitch on the cut, and parallel to the first one we pass another one, and then we pull the thread from the spool for get together. Now we're going to place the piping around of the cut. But first you have to change the foot for one single side foot for place the piping. Cut the bias, and now we're going to place the center piece. Now we face the rights and we sew them all around of the cut. We continue with the back pieces. We face the rights of the front and back, and we're going to close on the shoulders. Then we'll continue with the facing pieces. These are the pieces from the back, and we're going to sew them on the bottom part, and then we're going to join with the front piece by the shoulders. Face the rights of the front and back, and we sew them on the shoulders. Then we have to overlock the shoulders. This is the facing piece of the back. We face the rights and we sew them on the bottom of the pieces and the top of the facing piece. These are the facing pieces. We face the right of the front and back, and we sew them on the shoulders. Face the rights of the front pieces and the facing piece, and we're going to sew them around of the neckline and on the center back. This is the center back. We start from the bottom and continue to all along of the center back. We continue with the facing piece, and we have to turn the piece from the little piece. Continue on the center back and then continue with around of the neckline. Cut the excess of the fabric on the center back and snip the corners and the curves on the around of the neckline. Snip the corners and the curves. Open the seams and pass a stitch along of the facing piece and around of the neckline. Turn the piece and with the help of the scissor, pull the corners. Continue passing a stitch around of the center back and around of the neckline. And you have to press with the iron the piece of the center back. Continue closing the sides. Then we're going to close the facing pieces. And we're going to close the sides. And then we're going to place the bias around of the armhole. This is the side, but first we have to overlock the sides and then we face the rights and we close the sides. This is the other side. We face the right and we close on the side. Close the shoulders. This is the other shoulder. We face the right and we sew them on the shoulders. Then we turn the piece and we pass a stitch around of the armhole. We fold the bias in half and we place around of the armhole. We pass a stitch around of the armhole. The bias and cut the excess of the fabric of the bias. You have to cut like a half centimeter around of the armhole. Snip the armhole and then we turn the bias, we fold the bias and we pass a stitch for one edge around of the bias. Fold the bias inside of the garment and pass a stitch on the other edge of the bias. This is the center back. We face the racks of the facing piece with the back piece and we're going to pass a stitch on the bottom. And then we're going to place a flexible tape and we're going to press with the iron. The racks pass a stitch there and then cut a little bit the corner, turn the piece and place the flexible tape and press with the iron. Then we place the flexible tape on the hem, we overlock and we press with the iron along of the hem. And we have finished our dress. We press with the iron the hem and this is the back. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tutorials. And remember, the account is Patrones Mujer, and as always, thank you guys for watching the video.